Hey, welcome back to the series that we've been doing on Red's Taylor's version. I've been going track by track to see if I can find a deeper meaning within each of the songs. Today we're on track 9, which is titled Stay, Stay, Stay. So let's just get started. Before I get started, I did want to say that I did get a comment letting me know that this is not a very good song. I don't want to take that opinion into the song because I want to make my own opinions, but just know that I know that the fandom does not like it, so I know that. Okay, I'm not going to just drag the song, I promise, but that definitely did sound like some intro music to a YouTube video back in like 2012. Like if you watched people's like get ready for school kind of videos, that kind of reminds me of that. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure we almost broke up last night. I threw my phone across the room at you.
Her voice sounds actually very deep in this song. I want to compare it to the first version as well, but just on first listen, this does sound like a very low song for her.
I was expecting some dramatic turn away, but you stayed. This morning I said we should talk about it, 'cause I read you should never leave a fight unresolved. That's when you came in wearing a football helmet and said, okay, let's talk.
Wearing a football helmet? Is this maybe about a high school relationship? Or do I read too much into her songs and thinking like a football helmet is like they fight a lot? So he's taking cover already before they even talk about their unresolved fight? Or have I been brainwashed to think that everything has a deeper meaning? I don't know.
And I said, stay, stay, stay. I've been loving you for quite some time. You think that it's funny when I'm mad, but I think that it's best if we both stay.
So the chorus just said, I think it's best if we both stay, meaning like no one should leave the relationship. The thing that I thought was kind of interesting, I guess you could say, is that one of those, I think it's called like a diacop? I don't remember how it's actually pronounced, but it's in like the English language where you're repeating a word for emphasis. So with stay, 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 it's kind of putting the emphasis on like, this is what we need in order to keep going. But I don't really know much more outside of that.
Before you, I'd only dated self-indulgent takers who took all of their problems out on me. But you carry my groceries and now I'm always laughing. And I love you because you have given me no choice but to stay, stay, stay.
So I do like the part about the groceries because I feel like that is a very simple act of love that maybe isn't romanticized a lot. And I'm not talking about specifically about like literally groceries, but it's like small acts in a day-to-day life in a real relationship are the things that you appreciate the most. Something as simple as carrying someone's groceries or holding the door open for someone, but just simple things like that really go a long way with a lot of people.
I've been loving you for quite some time. You think that it's funny when I'm mad, but I think that it's best if we both stay, stay, stay.
Let's see if the bridge saves this a little bit.
You took the time to memorize me, my fears, my hopes and dreams. I just like hanging out with you all the time. All those times that you didn't leave, it's been occurring to me. I'd like to hang out with you for my whole life. Stay, and I'll be
Okay, I don't know if I'm being a pessimist, but is this not the bare minimum in a relationship? Like, you're applauding someone for staying. Is that not quite literally like the lowest expectation? Like, obviously we can't have a relationship if you aren't willing to stay in the relationship. So saying like, you know, like it's so amazing that you don't abandon me kind of seems weird to me, but I guess it's nice.
Loving you for quite some time. No one else is gonna love me when I get mad, mad, mad. So I think that it's best if we both stay, 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 stay. I've been loving you for quite some time, time. You think that it's funny when I'm mad, 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 but I think that it's best if we both stay, stay. I've been loving you.
Okay, I've had enough of that song. That was the end of Stay, Stay, Stay. I don't think every song has to be a lyrical masterpiece. There are songs meant for fun, and I think that this song is meant for that. I'm sure people enjoy it, but this definitely is not something that I would go back to listen to. The one word I can use to describe it, and I don't mean this in a bad way, is just corny. Like, it's really not adding anything to a conversation, and it really just doesn't do anything exciting with the production either. I feel like I've listened to some Taylor Swift songs that are simplistic, but the production, or there was something about it that really kind of elevated the song that way you could ignore maybe the lyrics. One that comes to mind is one of my favorite tracks from Midnight's was Midnight Rain, and I didn't think that song did anything crazy lyrically. It was actually a very short song from what I remember, but they had a production aspect that really kind of kept you interested, or at least I did. So I think this one suffers from not really anything special going on with the melody, the instruments, and the lyrics. So it's kind of falling flat to me. This is probably my least favorite from this album so far, but I don't like ending on a bad note. I want to be honest, and I don't want to ever make it seem like I'm always thinking every song is amazing, so I will never lie, but I don't really like to have a lot of negativity in my videos. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe we should just listen to the next track for a palate cleanse, because the song wasn't great. The next one is track 10, which is called The Last Time, and it has a feature on it, which you don't hear very often from Taylor Swift. So I'm hopeful. I think we should maybe listen to it. So let's just do that. Before we get started with The Last Time, I think I mentioned earlier in this video that I wanted to listen to the original Stay, Stay, Stay. But to be honest, I really don't. I really don't want to hear that again. So let's just do a double feature. This is a double feature video. It'll be long enough. So let's just appreciate what that's going to be.
I find myself at your door, just like all those times before. I'm not sure how I got there. All roads, they lead me here. I imagine you were home, in your room, all alone, and you open your eyes into mine, and everything feels better.
So let me pull up the lyrics to this one. So the verse said, "Find myself at your door, just like all those times before. I'm not sure how I got there. All roads, they lead me here. I imagine you are home, in your room, all alone. And you open your eyes into mine, everything feels better." That kind of reminds me of that Folklore song. Is it the one where it says, all the cages were demons? It was kind of about looking out on the overlook. What was it called? It was This Is Me Trying, and I feel like it said something about showing up at someone's door when it's too late, and that kind of makes me think of this already.
Before your eyes, I'm breaking, no pause, no reasons why, just you and me. This is the last time I'm asking you that.
voices mesh really well together. I really like this so far. So the next part said, and right before your eyes, I'm breaking. No past, no reasons why, just you and me. This is the last time I'm asking you this. Put my name at the top of your list. This is the last time I'm asking you. Break my heart in the blink of an eye. This kind of makes me think that this is one last ditch effort to save a relationship. And it's saying like all or nothing. You have to fully commit to me. I'm not going to keep playing this game of like on and off, on and off. We're here and now, and this is it. But let's just keep listening. I really enjoyed this one.
You find yourself at my door, and just like all those times before, you wear your best apart.
Ooh, I really like the double perspective. This reminds me of Exile, where it's like they're giving their side of the story, and she's giving the perspective of like, okay, I see you at my door.
Apology, but I was there to watch you leave, and all the times I let you in, just for you to go again, disappear when you come back. Everything is better and right.
So this perspective is saying that she gave too many chances, because her line said, you find yourself at my door just like all those times before. You wear your best apology, but I was there to watch you leave. And all the times I let you in just for you to go again, disappear when you come back. So it's the guy begging for another chance, and Taylor Swift, or the narrator, is kind of saying that what's maybe different, like she's let you in so many times, like how can you prove to me that this is different than any other scenario where we were in? It also kind of reminds me of Betty, because it was the guy begging for another chance. And I think this is cool callbacks that I can have with the perspective of listening to a newer album versus an older album. But this definitely is like the originator of probably a lot of ideas that came into folklore, which I think is really cool. I also really like how when they sing the chorus together, it kind of brings the point together of their different perspectives, because they're both saying they get heartbroken the blink of an eye, but it's from different versions. Like he is groveling and begging for another chance while she's skeptic about giving another chance, and they're both going to end up heartbroken, but it's for very different reasons. But the only thing that they share is that it's each other is the cause of that problem.
I say it's been you all along.
This is the last time I let you in my door.
This is the last time I won't hurt you anymore.
Okay, let me read that bridge. This is the last time you tell me I've got it wrong. This is the last time I say it's been you all along. This is the last time I let you in my door. This is the last time I say I won't hurt you anymore. The guy perspective lines were the one about getting it wrong and I won't hurt you anymore. And that's maybe thinking of like cheating or moving on in a relationship where they run to the newest, shiniest thing and then they realize that that wasn't sustainable or that wasn't a good relationship and come back to the old relationship. And he's saying like, you know, I learned my lesson. I've went out there to see if there's something better and there's not. So I'm back. And she's having the perspective of saying, all I hear is you saying it's been me all along and you won't hurt me anymore and I'm going to let you in this door, but you constantly break the chances that I give you. yeah, this definitely has very close parallels to Exile for me, and especially the way that it's delivered vocally. But that's just about at the end of the last time. I will say I really, really enjoyed this song. It's definitely something I plan on listening to again, and it kind of makes me want to reach out to Gary Lightbody's music to see kind of what he makes. Um, this was a very whiplash video because it had some lows, but then it kind of recovered itself with highs, and I feel like this was the perfect explanation of you guys telling me that Red really experimented with so much different things. Like I mentioned before, it's whether it's instruments, lyrics, production. I can definitely see the whiplash that this album can give you because these were very end of the spectrum songs for me. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone that watches. We're getting closer to the vault tracks, which I'm getting excited about. If you're still watching at this point, I know this video was long, so if you do, cool. What is your favorite vault track? Because I'm really excited to know which ones are people's favorites, because I kind of think that the All Too Well one is going to be most people's favorite, but excluding that one, what is the best vault song in you guys' opinion? But thanks for watching.